Destination Ocean City, Maryland, where the boardwalk meets the beach. The people are pleasant, and the cars, well, they get to cruise. Over 3,000 vehicles now gather for what has become an annual event over the past 2 decades. And besides the fun and frivolity, there's also the famous.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Welcome to another edition of the Low Car Car Show series, coming to you from the 20th annual Cruisin Ocean City, and that would be in Ocean City, Maryland. Hi, I'm Kathy Fisher, and yes, they're all cruising, they're all hanging out. We're having a good time, and today we're going to show you some of the finest cars that you could be here seeing too. And one of those, this is an all-steel car. I can't believe that. Joseph, tell me a little bit about your ride here.
All steel, 1932 Ford. It's chopped 2.5 inches. Jerry Kugel front end in it, 9-inch Ford rear, overdrive 700 R4 transmission. The motor is a 350 Chevrolet, 345 horsepower.
Some low car linkage in there too.
Yes, there is. The kick-down cable's low car, and the throttle cable is low car also.
And you look inside, there's a lot of special billet and things like that you've done in the interior, and you drive these. There's no Queenies in your corral, are there?
No. This car's driven. It's been to North Carolina 3 times. It's been to Burlington, Vermont 6 times. It goes all over the East Coast. I haven't gotten to California yet, but I will.
It sounds like it's definitely on your list. Very nice specimen here. Love this. And this is just one of the many cars that you're going to see. You know what we're going to do right now? We're going to go inside and check in with Griff Allen and see what he has for us.
Kathy, thank you very much. Now, when we come into the Ocean City Convention Center, we find a really unique experience here. Now, the promoter of this event went through the venue yesterday and handpicked under 20 cars that represented the cream of the crop. And he took those cars and located them in this nice, carpeted, clean environment upstairs on the 2nd floor of the convention center, all for charity. Now, the American Cancer Society receives a donation from the event, as well as from the winner of a People's Choice Award winner from this group of cars. Now, one reason you really want to win that People's Choice Award is so that you can have the positioning of donating that money right back to the American Cancer Society. That, along with an auction of old historic banners, really makes this experience fantastic. But it's the cars, like this GTX that I found, that really punch and really make this be center stage. Now, of course, this is Plymouth's answer to horsepower. Well, 440 cubic inch, how can you beat that? This really caught my eye because it's either billet or aluminum, but it's done very, very nicely to clean it up, to let it shine, and to let it have that pop and that bling, but also to save a little space. So, for example, you'll notice we've gone with the serpentine belt here, as opposed to the pair of belts that would have used to drive the alternator as well as the water pump. So as you look at the wheels, you can also see the complement of the billet there, as well as the stainless steel brakes that go into this. But when you really identify what sets this car apart, it's the paint. As you take a look at this, what are you going to call it? Copper, caramel, copper tone, but it's brilliant. It's incredibly clean and flawless. You go to the inside, and of course that's complemented and reflected there in that you've got a brand new leather interior, and it still smells like leather. I can assure you that it's a very enjoyable experience to really breathe this machine in and really drink it in terms of all of its context. So it's cars like this that really set this whole room apart from this event, that sets itself apart from all the other car shows that happen throughout America.
The Low Car Lowdown, showcasing the latest innovation from Low Car, celebrating over 20 years of American-made quality. Brought to you by Low Car Performance Products, quality plain and simple.
One of the most overlooked things in any rebuild is the back half of the car, and from time to time it's that emergency brake cable that sometimes gets left behind or thought about. But you guys have kind of done all the thinking, all the engineering to make sure that that's a pretty easy replacement.
That's right. What we've done is we do a universal emergency brake cable kit that are actually cut to fit. So that being said, like the rear brake cables, we do 8-foot long housings, 9-foot inner wires. You cut to fit. They're easy to route. They're available in black or stainless housing. And we do them brake specific. And with those, we use different clevises for, each type of application you have to hook to the caliper. And a lot of things is we get a lot of guys with hot rods and street rods that are calling, and pickup trucks, but also a lot of muscle cars now calling. Guys with Camaros, Novas, Mustangs, Falcons, anything that need brake cables. You can use our rear cables and actually use your existing front cable coming from your underdash hand or foot brake.
Well, you guys think of all of it, I tell you what, and it's really probably pretty easy to go through and figure out what kind of cable you're going to need.
That's right. One, you can either call us or look online, but we actually have a chart in our catalog, and online as well on lowcar.com we have a chart that you look at the specific brakes you have and it shows you what cable kits and components you need. And they can go with a factory type hand or foot brake or one of our floor mounted hand brakes or trans-mounted hand brakes or under-dash hand and foot brakes.
You know something? Made right here in the great USA and lifetime warranty. Again, need more information or need to check out that chart right over there? Simple. Log on to lowcar.com.
Low-Car Performance Products, building American quality with a lifetime warranty. For over 20 years, Low-Car has provided the best possible products and service. Drag racers, Low-Car has you covered. Low-Car offers 2 types of dial-in boards. No drilling or welding required. Low-Car's anchor-tight locking flexible transmission dipstick is NHRA accepted for use in all categories of competition. And check out the latest from Low-Car. To learn more or to order your free Low-Car catalog, log on to lowcar.com. Low-Car, quality plain and simple.
Hi, I'm Jim Grundy, president of Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance. We've been in the business of insuring collector cars since 1947, and we've learned that what collectors need is agreed value coverage at incredibly low rates. So for legendary service, superior coverage, all at a substantial savings, call Grundy Worldwide or visit us online.
Low-Car Car Show is brought to you by Low-Car Performance Products, quality plain and simple. By Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance, from classic cars to muscle cars, we've got you covered. And by E3 Spark Plugs, max performance and increased efficiency.
Welcome back to Ocean City, Maryland for the 20th annual Cruisin' Ocean City for the Low-Car Car Show. And Jack has been at the helm here all of those years, and you've seen this event grow. Take me back to when it started. What was the idea and the hope and the dream 20 years ago?
Started 20 years ago. The hope and the dream was it was going to be a car show, but not your standard in the parking lot car show. We wanted a cruising event, thus the name Cruisin' Ocean City. You can drive from location to location to location. First year, 145 cars. Now today, we have to limit it to the first 3,000 cars to register, and it sells out. It's been selling out the past 5 years at 3,000 cars, and they cruise.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're trying to work a deal so that next year you can even expand a little further.
Yes, we're trying to find some more real estate so we can get the expansion to maybe 4,000 plus cars. But right now, because of the real estate that we have here, the inlet parking lot at the beach and the convention center parking lot, and the various parking lots around town, 3,000 parking spaces is about all we can come up with right now.
Meredith, you're going to be taking the helm soon, and what is it that inspires such passion that you sell out every year?
It's such a great location out here down at the beach with the ocean, the rides, the family atmosphere, and everyone keeps coming back to see their friends each time, year after year, and to see all the hot cars. We're always trying to bring in new entertainment, new activities, things to keep it exciting and to change it year after year.
Over 20 years, I've met so many people that I really, truly feel like they're my personal friends. I see them every year, we chat every year, we talk cars every year, we talk Ocean City, we talk the beach, and it's just great meeting lots of friends.
And with that, a lot of cars are in show condition. Don't touch them. However, some cars here you do touch. Namely, this thing behind us that we seem to have been ignoring. It's a Cadillac hearse that invites kids to come up, pick up a piece of chalk, autograph it, get your hands dirty, and get your hands-on involved in the car show. We've got more involvement, and to lead us in that direction, here's Kathy Fisher.
And Griff, another one of the cars that was picked out is this 1967 Barracuda. I am really loving the color. I am loving even more what is under the hood. Tell me about this car.
Okay, it's a 1967 Cuda. I wanted to build a Hemi car, so I started building this Hemi motor. And if you're going to build one, you got to put a blower on it. You got to make it stand out. So that's what we started with, and then went ahead and did the whole frame, tube frame, put the motor in there, did the Pro Street style thing.
And you weren't going to do that right to start with. When you first got this car, you had a little different plan.
Yeah, we were going to do a super stock, a clone style car. We got into it, and the body was rotted, and stuffed that Hemi in there to look at it, and we dummied it up, and I said, let's change this plan. So we went ahead, did the full frame, tubbed it, put the rears in there, and it fit a lot better, and it's done pretty good.
And you've carried a lot through the car as well. I mean, with everything from the interior all the way back through. Now, have you ever got this car out and run it by any chance?
Not on a track. We do. We have let it go a few times, and it does get out of its own way. It will get out of its own way. It does pretty good.
Well, the cluster of gauges that you chose for inside really plays well with the whole car, with the Autometer ultralights. Yep. And just, what would you have to say your favorite thing is outside of the motor? Come on, because I know that's going to be it. What's your favorite thing about the car?
I guess it's just a comfortable interior in the car, and it's easy to drive. It is. It cruises really well, and that's what we built it for. We built it to cruise it, not to race it.
The size of front wheels you put on the front. A lot of people think 15 by 4, 15 by 3.5, but you got a different size up front.
15 by 5s on the front. It's a little bit wider tire. Get a little more support. That Hemi's pretty heavy. It's all steel, so it takes a little more weight on the front. So we did that. It worked out.
Well, it's all steel, and it can definitely move that steel as well. And this is one beautiful 67 Barracuda.
Lots of great cars here, but you know what? Leave it to me to find the bikes. We got a couple of them, so I want to move quickly. Let's focus on this one, starting with this electric daisy carnival looking thing that sort of reminds me of a Clockwork Orange. If you come over to the other side here, you can see some really unique color and material combinations. Of course, you've got the steel, you got the billet, but how often do you see copper and brass that's integrated into bikes very effectively? Now, you got to love this one, Suicide Clutch. Of course, you got nothing but throttle over here, back brake on the right, and on the left-hand side, you've got the hand shifter as well as the foot clutch. So this one is tough to ride. Coming over here, you've got a great, nice, clean look with a soft tail here that might be a little bit more comfortable to ride. And then the first bike we had has an open primary. This one has a closed primary, so you're not going to necessarily rip up your blue jeans. This is a brilliant, conventionally organized machine. This one has the strength of just black and silver, and then it has the subtlety of a saddle that reminds you of a horse saddle. And you gotta love the way the oil tank and cooler are integrated into the back fender. Very, very nice, as well as the pinstriping that has a little imperfection that probably isn't even gonna show up on television. Now, like I said, time is short, so let's move quickly. Let's go across the aisle here. This is all for sale, and this one is for raffle. You can buy a raffle ticket, and you might be the lucky winner. The money that is raised in the raffle for this particular machine goes to support those who have served our country in the armed forces, returning from Afghanistan and Iraq, who are recovering at the Walter Reed Hospital. So, if you're quick enough, you can get a ticket, you can do a good thing, and you can ride a mean, mean bike. Hey, we're not done with all the excitement here from Ocean City, Maryland. There's more on the backside of this quick break. All right, how much for the ticket? You gotta fill it out.
E3 Diamond Fire spark plugs are the most powerful spark plugs you can buy. They deliver a more complete fuel burn, more power, better economy, and reduced emissions. E3 Diamond Fire spark plugs at auto parts and lawn and garden stores everywhere.
You protect that valuable engine with good oil and only the best oil filter. But what about your air filter? Insist on Air-Aid filters. All Air-Aid premium filters are built to last a lifetime, guaranteed. Each Air-Aid premium filter body is made from hand-poured urethane that won't crack or shrink in a high-heat environment. And remember, each Air-Aid premium filter is washable and reusable and comes with Air-Aid's exclusive no-hassle warranty. To learn more, log on to airaid.com.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology, the fasteners of champions.
Any automotive-related thing for the engine, I mean, it's pretty much straight ARP.
We use ARP products, and they're very dependable and reliable, and that's why we use ARP products. Anything to be more consistent or more reliable is really important, so we use ARP for everything we can. If I want to be the best, I got to have the best on my car. I saw ARP was the best, and I decided that was the company I wanted to go with.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. At Quick Fuel Technology, innovators in fuel systems is more than just a slogan. In its 11 years of creating performance carburetors, Quick Fuel has become the benchmark by which performance carburetors are measured. Quick Fuel leads the industry with innovations like adjustable secondary linkage, adjustable vacuum secondaries, aluminum fuel bowls, billet meter